Hi guys, Lady LJ here. I'm recording the Stanley Parable again. I'm gonna try to do a different ending this time because I posted one the other day and it was really lonely and depressing. Oh, he's talking now. Or he's not. Skip that. Okay. It's still kind of lagging, but not that much. It's not as bad as it was the other day.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, none of those doors open. Let's just... We can go. Really? Oh my god. Really? You're gonna get stuck on a windowsill?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Should I follow him today? Let's follow him today. We've never followed him before.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside of you. Take out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Everyone is unique. No, they're not. Okay, yeah, they are, but not in this game. Oh, it's a broom closet. Broom, broom.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Did I? I don't think I did. Every time I click on something, it sounds
There was
like
nothing
a keyboard
here.
clicker.
No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
Wonder how mad I could make him get by just staying in the broom closet.
As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing?
Yes.
Why?
Because I can. Because I'm trying to make you mad, duh.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Come on. Get mad. Don't get confused.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. but it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story or whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
I'm still staying in the broom closet until you get mad.
Maybe for you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say,
What will I say?
Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite.
I hope your friends find this concerning.
I do not sound like that. So I won't be saying that.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Oh, I made him mad. Are you disappointed in me, Mr. Narrator?
That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What? Stanley, how could you?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Oh, am I? You're the narrator. You can see what I'm doing. I'm moving around.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
Oh, me. No, I'm not dead. So you guys know, you can hear me. I'm not dead.
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species.
Of my species? What species are you? Are you narrator species? Is that a species?
Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer.
Is Morgan Freeman in that species?
Making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming. So that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
What if I want to stay in the broom closet too? Okay, I'm gonna go.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Ooh, a broom closet!
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids.
I want the broom closet
Perhaps there's
ending.
a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Ugh, fine. Yeah, okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But what's downstairs? I want to know what's downstairs.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
Am I going in circles? Because I think I'm going in circles. There's a mountain painting too.
None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
I have noticed that. Thought it was the narrator.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
He's in a video game? Because that was my assumption.
I'm dreaming!
He yelled. This is all a dream.
Lag.
What a
Oh my
relief
gosh.
Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Ooh, I like that music. Oh, it's gone now. Kinda giving me the creeps though.
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
You dream about going to work? Ew.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh my god.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
Going through a star field.
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
The strangest question of them all.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Now he's questioning the narrator. The narrator's questioning himself.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
What?
And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
They messed up the subtitles.
Did the voice not see him float to make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
If I could just what? What am I gonna do?
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
Wake up, Stanley.
The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
He said to himself in a lyrically soft voice.
I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
You just dreamt about work, and all you want to do is go back to work and push buttons. That's all you want?
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
He's got a wife? Really? Does he really?
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I am truly okay. I'm okay with everything. Why am I still in the garage if I'm okay?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Well, that's really loud in my ears. Why is everything going red?
And everything went black.
Ah. Is that the end?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
No, it's not.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh, Stanley! Oh, I killed him! I locked him in a
She would soon
closet.
turn to go call for an ambulance. For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
I killed Stanley after locking him in the closet. Coming out of the closet killed him.
He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Oh, he went crazy in that garage.
And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
Oh, I was normal until I locked him in a garage.
I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Do you? Because I'm going to question you too.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
Seeing a
But
dead
then
body
she
made you
remembered
feel
the
better?
meeting she had scheduled for that day.
Seeing a
The
dead man.
very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Yeah, but seeing a dead man made you feel better about yourself. That doesn't make any sense.
She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
It was my body.
And then she turned and ran.
I scared her. I scared her really good. Is that the end? And then down here you can see the end is never the end, and it just repeats down the whole thing. Yeah, so that's the end. That's the crazy ending, I guess? So what happened? I locked myself in a closet, then I got stuck in a garage. So we know, don't go down the stairs, or you'll get that ending. Okay, see you guys next time.